In dealing with debt, people getting rejected from auto loans. Matt Schulz, a chief credit analyst at LendingTree, is here. Let's talk about car loans. Since the Fed has been raising rates, Matt, is it true that some car buyers are now being edged out of the market and actually rejected?
Yeah, it's definitely true. We have seen a definite uptick in the number of folks getting rejected for auto loans. A report from the New York Fed that just came out recently showed that about 14% of people who applied for an auto loan recently in the past year were rejected. And that's the highest we've seen since they started tracking that in 2013. And it's up from just 9% in February. That's a really big tick. That's an awful lot of people who are applying for a loan and ending up ultimately disappointed.
Is rejection also happening for people applying for credit cards?
Yeah, the rejection rate for credit card applicants is even higher, unfortunately. It's about 21.5% according to that New York Fed report. That's definitely down from what we saw in the worst of the pandemic, but over the last decade, when the Fed's been tracking this, that 21.5% number is a little higher than the average, and it's skewing up. And I would suspect that we may see that number continue to grow at least a little bit in the immediate future.
What are some tips for people who can't get a car loan or a credit card?
Yeah, if you're rejected for a car loan or a credit card, one of the best things you can do is focus on improving your credit. One of the best ways to do that is to simply reduce your debt. Now, obviously, that's a whole lot easier said than done, especially with as expensive as life is in 2023. But it really is an important thing to do. So if you can focus on knocking down any credit card debt or any other high interest debt that you have, and maybe earning a few extra points on that credit score, that may help you be a little more likely to get approved the next time you apply.
Any other tips?
Also, one of the best things you can do is just try and save a little bit more, especially when you're talking about auto loans. The smaller percentage of that car, that truck, that SUV that you have to finance, the better, because rates are so high. So if you can save a little bit, if you can lower the amount that you have to finance, that might help you as well. And the good news is that since the Fed's been raising rates seemingly nonstop for the last year or so, high yield savings accounts are now giving the biggest returns that we've seen in years and years. You can get savings accounts that are giving you 4% annual yields, and some even 5%. That's really significant. And that can really help your savings grow and can help you work towards putting more down on that new car.
Thank you, Matt, for your great information.
Thank you, Angie. Always great to be here.
Go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.